6-inch heels, all the rage. 185. And they're racing. Pond Master missed the kick, missed it by 2 or 3 lengths. Masterly was the first away. The favourite was into stride very quickly. 6-inch heels and Awesome Boy away well. So he and Masterly are going to settle down in front together. Back behind them, fourth is Big Shots when they go out to the river side of the track. Behind those, Can't Up Queen sitting deep for the moment. Pond Master making headway down near the inside after a tardy start. Further back, then Snippy Sean, Fun in Hollywood, and last is Ranix. Awesome Boy now starts to roll them. At the 800, Awesome Boy out by 2 lengths. Running second is Masterly. Can't Up Queen around the outside went forward, and so did 6-inch heels for Fiore. So she's now poking up between horses. Travels second within a length of the leader at the 600. They're followed by Big Shots. Down on the rails, Pond Master, Snippy Sean, and further back behind them, Fun in Hollywood and Ranix. Nearing the corner, 400 left to go. Awesome Boy puts up 2 lengths now. 6-inch heels just given a little liven up by Fiore coming into the corner. She's off the bridle chasing the leader. Masterly third, followed by Pond Master coming away from the rail at the 250, and Awesome Boy giving back as a great side. Awesome Boy at the moment's got the measure of 6-inch heels. Awesome Boy going great gangbusters here inside the last 100 and is holding 6-inch heels. Pond Master runs to third, but it was Awesome Boy all the way. Awesome Boy has trotted in from 6-inch heels, brings to an end her winning run. Pond Master third home, followed further back Masterly, Snippy Sean, then Big Shots, Ranix, Can't Up Queen, and Fun in Hollywood has trailed them all in. Well, Awesome Boy, 21 into $12. Spect and has been awesome in front. Number 6, Awesome Boy. In fact, he went up 101 in early markets. Some markets had him at $101. He's opened up here this afternoon at 21 and into $12 has led them all of the way. Beaten 5 lengths to 6-inch heels at their last encounter. He did meet her a little better at the weights after sitting off the course today in front. He had her measure at the top of the straight. She couldn't let down under the 60, and Awesome Boy was extending, coming away and won by 2 3/4 lengths, and his run time as well, 1:22.61, 34.84 the last 600, 34.84. And never looked like getting beaten at all today. For trainer Bruce Kay, great result here for the Bindoon trainer on Quokka Day. Fabulous outcome for the Kay yard for Dawn Kay. Sea Henman by Awesome Rock from Double Jester. Very lightly raced. That was just his 5th lifetime start. His 2nd win, having won a maiden at his first run this campaign, and ridden there by Brandon Louis. And brings to an end the winning run of 6-inch heels by Nakoni. Trained by Simon Miller for Forest View Farm, Lucy Fiore. Third, number 4, Pond Master, after a tardy start in the race, was able to make up ground through along the fence. Willie Pike for Takahide, Ikanushi, and Masterly was 4th home. 6-1, 4 and 3. 2 3/4, 2 1/4 in a sharp gallop. They ran 1:22.61 for the 1400. To race 6. The next today will be the Swan Draft handicap over 1,200 metres, and there are no changes. Well, Lockie, for those that were perceptive enough and thought this is ridiculous, triple figures for Awesome Boy, that was there on Thursday morning. They grabbed a little bit of the cream, and it still was being backed in today from 21 to $12. So this has been a really good outcome for astute players here that felt strongly enough about Awesome Boy to beat 6-inch heels at the short odds this afternoon, as you catch up with winning trainer Bruce Kay.
Thanks, Darren. What a win from Awesome Boy. $101 into $21 and $21 into $12 late. Bruce, that's an old-fashioned plunge, and you did tell me about 4 weeks ago this is the best horse you have in your care, and he showed why you have that opinion of him today.
Yes, Lockie. The trainer got it all wrong last start. Put him in a 1200, way too short. He got trapped 3 wide. I still thought it was credible. But, you know, when 6-inch heels had all that weight, if it had our weight, well, it probably beats us. So I'm not getting carried away. But I think he has got a lot of upside, this horse. And hopefully we can go on with it, mate.
A trait of your horses is that they're just so tough. They generally race on speed. Was that the instructions to Brandon pre-race to really make it a nice test at 1400 metres?
Well, we spoke about it, and I said, mate, I don't know what you're going to do, you know. I say to my jockeys, you go out and enjoy yourself and ride the best race you can, mate. Whatever happens, I'll be happy with. And that's how I do it, and, you know. But I knew when he lobbed in front, he's got a motor and he's got a cruising speed, you know. And his mother, I trained, and she won 3 straight and then hurt her back, but she was a real flying machine. So, yeah, we're a bit lucky here.
He was awfully strong at the back end of 1400 metres today. Does that give you the confidence that if you do want to stretch him out to a mile in time, he'll tick that box as well? I
think he will, yeah. We'll probably just look for another 14, see what the jock says, but I can't thank Brandon enough. Tessa, my track work rider, Stevie Glover at home, the staff putting up with me. I'm pretty easy to get on with. I spoil them, actually.
You've been around racing for a long time, Bruce. How special is it to sit back and have a winner on a day like today? Because this crowd just continues to build and build.
Mate, it's what you dream of, you know. I had some good horses early days, won some Pinjarra Cups and Parry's Cups and things, and then I went pre-training for Louis for 20 years, helped us buy a nice property. So that was good, so I was out of the loop, but now I love it. Dawn says to me, when are you going to retire? And I said, never. I'll curl up in a ball and die. I look at your mum and your grandmum and your granddad and them. Just keep doing what you're doing, and, you know, if you work hard, eventually something happens.
Very well said, Bruce, and looks like you have a really nice horse on your hands. Well done.
Thanks very much, Lockie.
There's Bruce Kay. I can see Damien Oliver. He's entered the mounting yard. He's ready to give Bruce a big handshake and a hug as well. But here's Brandon Louis catching up with Scotty.
Yeah, Brandon Louis walked past and said, I'll come back and say hi because he's got to have this interview first. Brandon, that was impressive.
Scotty was nice. It's a horse where I've been riding in track work a bit for Bruce. And in track work, he's the same, you know. He's going at a good gallop pace, but he still feels like he's just floating around. And today, once I jump, and the map of all the racers so far has been on pace, I just said, Robbie, give him a dig. But I sort of wanted to sit off a bit, Steve, but when I was just fighting him too much, I just said, you know what, just let him roll forward. But when he was there, I just relaxed, and I just go to my gear, and no, he was good. Still a bit green, but it was good enough.
Word that you use, roll. He rolled into the race at Pinjarra when he was 3 deep, and then today he rolled into the home corner. That seems like the best way to ride him.
Yes, exactly, Scotty. I think he's a kind of horse, but you restrain him, you will never win. Because he's slow, let him roll, and he will find his speed by himself, his cruising speed, and then he just leave you alone, and I think that's the way. But I want to thank Bruce all the way around. He told me, mate, horse is fitter this time, so you do whatever you want, so that's good. I want to thank Tessa Fernie, but there's a lot of job with the horse since baby. And one of my friend's wife, today's birthday, Laurie and Jamie. Happy birthday.
Congratulations, mate, well done.
Thank you.
There's Brandon Louis. He combines with a fellow gentleman of WA racing in Bruce Kay, and it looks like the pair of them have a really nice horse on their hands. Awesome Boy takes out the Key Clean handicap here at Ascot.